Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, bring you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, bring you comics news, and reveal the books I bought this week. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching the Comic Hero Show. Now kick that logo! Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host Victor Nolly, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, breast cancer is when a lump is detected in a man or woman's chest area. And even though men can be diagnosed with breast cancer, it's still common with women. 1 out of every 8 women a year here in the U.S. are diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 out of 100 men are diagnosed with breast cancer a year here in America. Now, if y'all don't believe that men can be diagnosed with breast cancer, I'm going to give y'all one example, and I always give this example every year when I raise awareness of this cause. Roddy, one of the greatest game show announcers, of course, he was first the announcer on the TV show Soap, and then went on to be the announcer on a game show called Pressure Luck, and then had a very long run as the announcer on The Price is Right. Was diagnosed and died of diagnosed with breast cancer and died of it in 2003. And that's why it's important now more than ever to get checked. And I'm encouraging every man or woman, if you feel a lump in your chest area, you may need to go get that checked out, because breast cancer is nothing to mess around with, just like any cancer. And this is a breast cancer comic hero tee, a breast cancer awareness comic hero tee rather. And inside the speech bubble, I have a whole bunch of fists, and that's my encouragement to everyone who has breast cancer to fight. And this is a breast cancer ribbon here on the sleeve, and it doesn't matter what kind of cancer it is. It can be breast cancer. It can be colon cancer. It can be lung cancer. If you believe something is wrong, trust your instincts and get checked out. All right, it's time to give away a free T-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, what is the name of Doctor Strange's home in Greenwich Village? Well, the correct answer is the Sanctum Sanctorum. And 5 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been in a drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tee for this week's episode of the show is Jason Dodo from New Orleans, Louisiana. So congratulations, Jason. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode. And this is a Thor question, and it's referring to the Thor movies, and it's very easy. Which actor played the role of Odin in the Thor movies? Everyone who answers correctly will be in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. Now, Tammy Cantrell from Warren, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one features an assassin in the Marvel Universe against a very formidable fighter in the video game scene. Representing Marvel, we have Elektra. Representing Capcom, we have Cammy. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
The Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Elektra versus Cammy. Elektra possesses peak human physical and mental condition, is a master martial artist, an expert with various types of weaponry, particularly her trademark twin sai, and low-level mind control and telepathic communication. Cammy possesses agility, enhanced energy strikes, stamina, stealth, super speed, unarmed combat, and is a weapons master. Who would win? Cammy would have the upper hand throughout a majority of this fight. Her speed, energy, enhanced strikes, and stealth capabilities would be too much for Elektra. The latter realizes that the only way she's going to win this fight is to mentally shut Cammy down. She then uses her low-level mind control that causes Cammy to stand motionless. Elektra then ends the fight by delivering a vicious savant kick to Cammy's temple. Even though she wins, Elektra doesn't understand why Cammy fought with such incredible speed, but went down in slow motion. Elektra wins, and that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that fight. I'll have another one for next week. Now it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are three things we're going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking, and the first one is the news that Kristen Ritter may be reprising a role as Jessica Jones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh man, I would love to see that! Because when she played the lead role on Marvel's Jessica Jones, she was spectacular. I mean, she just flat out killed it, and I would love to see her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, you know, she played Jessica Jones, who was a private eye, who also had superpowers. She had unbreakable skin, and and she had super strength. But at the same time, she has the same personal problems that a lot of us tend to have. And she's come a long way ever since she started on this very short-lived sitcom on ABC called Don't Trust a Bee in Apartment 23. I mean, playing the lead role in this show catapulted her to a whole new level. And it's already, you know, and it already does my heart very well to know that Charlie Cox is going to be reprising his role as both Matt Murdock and Daredevil in the MCU, and I would love for this to happen. Now, as for Mike Coulter, that's kind of up in the air because he's already co-starring on a CBS drama called Evil, where he plays a Catholic priest. And but just about every role that he's had, whether it's on Evil, whether it's in Marvel's Luke Cage, or even when he played the character on Jessica Jones, and even when he played an EMT in the movie Breakthrough, where he co-starred with Chrissy Metz. I mean, Coulter has been killing it too, and it would really. I mean, I think everyone would be thrilled if he reprised his role as Luke Cage. All I have to say about it, and if he does, I'll be the first to say, sweet Christmas. But back to Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. Heck yeah, I would love to see that. And I hope it happens. Alright, now the second thing is that even though Marvel and Sony have come to terms with a brand new deal and have already announced that the next Spider-Man movie will come out in 2021, well, the fourth Spider-Man movie, it's been rumored that if it happens, then Spidey will go up against the Sinister Six. Now, I would love to see that. Oh man, I would love to see that. I mean, the Sinister Six, I mean, come on. That happened in the comics, and I would definitely love to see that on the big screen. So, yeah, most definitely. All right, the third thing, and this is another actor who played a character on the Marvel small screen that they're thinking about bringing to the big screen. They're thinking about bringing Vincent D'Onofrio to reprise his role as the Kingpin. I mean, I've seen him on several episodes of Marvel's Daredevil. You know, he was actually one of the ringleaders to bring Daredevil back, and I would love to see him. I mean, and he killed it as Wilson Fisk, and I would love to see him on the small screen as well. I mean, it's like it's like, you know, the pretty much the sins of Netflix is, you know, they're finally beginning to eat crow with all the mistakes they made by canceling all these Marvel shows. And I can't wait to. And I just hope they can get Ritter and D'Onofrio on the big screen. I would definitely love to see that. I mean, it's got to happen. It just has to. All right, that's it for Comically Speaking. Now let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
All right, first up is Legion of Superheroes Millennium #2. House of 10 #6. The Immortal Hulk #24. Young Justice #9. Superman Up in the Sky #4. The Green Lantern #12. Future Foundation #3. Fantastic Four #15. Batman #80. And finally, Justice League #33. Alright, that's 10, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 9,639. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Here's the question again for a free tee for next week's episode. Which actor played the role of Odin in the Thor movies? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee on next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Jason Noto from New Orleans, Louisiana, who won a free tee on this week's episode. You know what? Out of all these causes that I raise awareness of, breast cancer is a very personal thing with me. And the reason why it is because my mom is a 7-year breast cancer survivor. And then my aunt is also a breast cancer survivor. And then I had a great aunt who was a breast cancer survivor and lived to see past 100. And I thank God that, you know, these three amazing women, you know, beat cancer. And also thank God for all the men and women that have beat breast cancer. And I encourage all men and women who are currently battling breast cancer to fight and don't stop fighting. And if you don't feel the need to fight, if you're too tired or too weak to fight, get someone to fight for you. I mean, I'll even fight for you. And my heart goes out to all the families of men and women who have lost their battles with breast cancer. And just know that these people may not be here physically, but their spirit lives on within y'all. Now I announced this. I may have announced this at the end of last week's episode, but I don't remember. I know I remembered announcing this on Facebook Live last week, but I'm going to be a guest and vendor at Geeks Along the River on the 26th of this month at the Downtown River Market in Monroe, Louisiana. And this is from 10 to 4 that day. And if you're not doing anything, or if you're I just ask that you come on out and don't just support me, but support all the other guest and vendors that are there as well. Now this is the 4th annual Geeks Along the River. I've been to the first 2, and let me tell you, the turnout each year has gotten bigger and better, and I'm so glad to be part of the guest and vendor list that are going to be there. This is a long time coming, because ever since I started reading comics and I learned what a con is, I've always wanted to go to one. But then when I finally went to one 4.5 years ago, I wanted to be a guest and vendor. As a matter of fact, 2 of my friends from Benton, Louisiana, Catherine and Eric Evans, two friends that I went to college with at Bossier Parish Community College, had told me that one day my web series was going to be great to the point where this would happen, and they were right. And very humbled for this to happen, and can't wait. But I'm going to be selling T-shirts, cups, car stickers, and some photo prints. And I'm also going to be, and anyone who wants to do selfies with me, they're for free. And again, very humbled about this, very excited about this, and I can't wait for October 26th, 10 to 4 at the Downtown River Market in Monroe, 4th annual Geeks Along the River. All right, I'm Victor Noley. I'm the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 280. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and keep calm and fight on.